Hey guys, Gerbertron here again. I made a video last week regarding Sony's plans for E3 this year, and I wanted to go ahead and make a video about Microsoft's plans. Now, recently, as of today, Microsoft went ahead and confirmed what we all already knew, which was that they would be focusing on Project Scorpio and unveiling Project Scorpio at E3. So, you can definitely count on a big chunk of the show to be a showcase for Project Scorpio. I'm sure that they'll talk more about the hardware. We'll finally get to see the console itself. They'll talk price, any crazy ideas that they may have. I'm sure that they will go through. As far as games go, honestly, it's not as chock full of games the way that Sony's E3 is anticipated to be. But they'll have some games, they'll have some exclusives. I first expect them to show off a lot of footage of games that are already out on Xbox One. I expect them to show a lot of side-by-side comparisons of Forza, of Gears of War 4. Really hoping to see maybe some Halo footage in some way, shape, or form running on the Scorpio. And I'm sure that they're going to push that this thing is PC level graphics on console exclusive games, on console level games. And I think that that's a smart move. I know that Phil Spencer came out within the last few days and said that the majority of the time, whenever he looks at the top games on Xbox that people are currently playing the most, they're somewhat old games. Minecraft, GTA 5. And those are the games that people apparently continuously have been playing, and he's noticed that. So I think that they would be wise to definitely show off some older games running on this new hardware, but then also not to lose themselves in that, because that will be a huge hit against them, because Sony is coming with new games, new IPs, huge exclusive deals. So Microsoft really needs to do what they can to balance that out within their own platform. Some new games that I expect to see. I expect to see way more Crackdown 3 footage, possibly live gameplay. I'm really hoping for live gameplay on the Scorpio. I anticipate that. I anticipate Sea of Thieves, which, let's face it, a lot of people look at the game with a mixed reaction. It might not be everyone's cup of tea. I think it looks like a fun game. I think it's something I would play. Is it a system seller? Absolutely not. I'm really hoping that two particular games come out, and that would be the rumored Shadow of the Tomb Raider as an Xbox exclusive and a new Halo game. It's time for a new Halo game. Halo 5 kind of left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths with the way that it ended. The Master Chief Collection is, it went from being a train wreck to, a mild car crash, but still, those aren't things that you want to associate with your game. So I'm really, really hoping that we get a new Tomb Raider game that's at least a timed exclusive, if not fully exclusive. I think Microsoft would be wise to go ahead and lock that game in and make it a full console exclusive in PC. But I'm really hoping to see that game, and I'm hoping to see some form of a Halo game, and possibly something to do with Gears, something in the Gears universe. I'm sure that they're going to be showing off a new Forza as well. So I think that those are the real heavy hitters. Tomb Raider, Halo, a Forza game, and a Gears game. Those are the four things that they really need to show at E3, or at least shortly after E3 at maybe an exclusive direct event. And they need to show footage of it running on the new machine. They need to show footage of it running on Xbox One. They need to go through how this all is going to work and what their plan is, because they not only have the original Xbox One, they have the Xbox One S, they have Project Scorpio, and now they also have a lot of PC optimization to think about, because they're cross-releasing a lot of these games for PC. So really a lot of things that Microsoft needs to tamp out at this presentation. I am not so hopeful about this next point that I'm going to raise, but VR. So Phil Spencer kind of hinted that VR is a thing in their future, that they plan on it, but the way that he worded it makes me feel like it exists, they have something that they could show, but they don't want to, and I think this is a smart move, they don't want to show the VR off and the new hardware off at the same time. So I think that's a wise move, but they need to do it shortly thereafter, maybe sometime around the launch of Scorpio, maybe tease some VR, because there are going to be an increasing number of people that are interested in VR. They want to know more about it, they want to see it, and they want to get a high quality VR experience that's thought out. So honestly, I'm hoping that the partnership with Oculus moves forward into Scorpio, and I'm hoping that Oculus's next iteration of their headset is wireless, and that it is compatible with the Scorpio, because honestly, I think that that would be an amazing combination that would really blow PSVR out of the water. And I feel like I can say that because I am a PSVR owner, and I am not disappointed with it, but I feel like it needs to be backed by more money. And it seems like Sony right now is not willing to throw that money at PSVR to get amazing PSVR games. Sure, we got Resident Evil, we got a couple other games, but let's face it, if you have a PSVR, you know the struggle of it. And the struggle of it is experiences, but not games. Demos, almost, of VR, which is great, but I'd like to see a fully fleshed out console VR experience. And I think Microsoft can deliver with the Scorpio and an Oculus headset. And if it's wireless, it'll be much easier for the average consumer that might be interested in jumping into some higher tech to wrap their head around it. That's kind of a weird pun for VR. But anyways, so Microsoft has a lot to prove. I'm looking forward to it. I think that they're hitting on all cylinders with the Scorpio right now. I think that the presentation will be good as long as they don't throw any crazy curveballs, like, you know, the price is like $700 or something crazy like that. Some weird DRM things that they've tried in the past that, you know, people just were not happy about. You know, I'm curious to see it. I'm excited. I'm nervous for them because Sony really has an amazing lineup this E3. So that'll all be revealed this June. So everyone, stay tuned. Off the top of my head, I believe the date is June 11th. And I'm hoping to see a lot of Scorpio, a lot of older game footage running on Scorpio in amazing fashion with great textures and great frame rates, but I'm also really hoping that Microsoft brings the exclusives and shows off some of the real heavy hitters. So anyways, just wanted to briefly talk about that. Please thumbs up down in the description and subscribe to my channel for more content such as this. Thank you very much.